And the recording has begun.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight as we share some information regarding quality childcare and how it affects your family and your childcare provider. I'm Kimberly Malady, the QRIS project manager. I have Allison Kiesler, the policy and planning manager, on with us tonight, and Tony King, our communications manager, and Dr. Sharisa Blanchard, who is a child care commissioner. So we are all here to provide some information that you might find helpful, and we will leave some time at the end of this presentation for some questions. If you think of them as we go through, just drop them in the chat and we will get to all of them at the end. So let's start by talking about quality care. For all children, it matters. We know brain development that happens in the first 5 years of life sets the stage for success throughout your child's life. Quality care makes it possible for you to go to school or work while trusting that your children are in safe and healthy environments that help them grow and develop. Being able to trust your child care provider allows you to be a successful student or employee, which is a benefit to all industries in our state. For that reason, we believe quality child care is an essential service for all citizens of North Carolina. In North Carolina, we recognize quality care through the child care licenses that are issued to child care providers. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. You and your family are your child's first teacher. Think about all the things they do and how fast they grow and change and learn new skills. And we know brain development is an ongoing process that starts even before birth. And so our early experiences, both at home with family and outside the home with caregivers, shape brain development, providing a foundation for all future learning, behavior, and health. And this can impact all areas of a child's health: emotional and social development, health and physical development, how a child might approach play and learning, and how they develop their language and communication skills, all critical for your entire life. So our vision for North Carolina's children is that all North Carolina children will get a healthy start and develop to their full potential in safe and nurturing families, schools, and communities. With that in mind, North Carolina law recognizes the importance of the early years of life in a child's development and ensures children are protected in a safe and healthy environment where the developmental needs of children are met by qualified caregivers. This is achieved through licensing of child care centers and homes, the promotion of quality child care through enhanced standards that child care operators choose to implement, and education regarding child care needs and issues. Division of Child Development and Early Education is the state agency responsible for licensing and monitoring all child care centers and homes in North Carolina. This includes the evaluation of education requirements and the criminal background checks that are completed for all early educators that work in licensed child care programs. Staff at our division investigate complaints that are received regarding child care facilities, and they coordinate with other agencies such as social services or law enforcement as needed. In addition, our agency administers programs that directly assist families, such as Child Care Subsidy and the North Carolina Pre-Kindergarten Program. The Regulatory Services section of our agency has staff located across the entire state to help child care providers become licensed and to support best practices in child care. We have a little over 5,000 programs right now, centers and homes that we work with on a regular basis. We ensure that a workforce of over 42,000 staff have criminal background checks and educational support. And we collect or conduct monitoring visits to ensure health and safety of the 200,000+ children who are enrolled in programs all across North Carolina. So you may be wondering, what is childcare and who has to be licensed? And we can talk through that a little bit. The childcare centers and family childcare homes that you see across the state are meeting a definition that's in North Carolina state law, which is that it's a program where 3 or more children who are less than 13 years old and don't live where care is provided receive care on a regular basis for more than 4 hours, but less than 24 hours. And it's the care that is given to them by people they are not related to or who is not their guardian. And so there are several care arrangements across our state that are not considered childcare and that are not licensed and regulated by our Division of Child Development and Early Education. That includes, but may not be limited to, recreational programs, specialized activities like athletics or organized clubs, and cooperative arrangements between parents who provide care for their own convenience rather than for employment. Drop-in facilities, such as those that you see at your local gym or shopping center, have to register with our agency, but are also not considered child care because they are only designed to provide care while the parent is on site or nearby, engaging in an activity that is not employment related. So in North Carolina, we have what's called a quality rating improvement system. You may recognize it as a star rated license. All childcare facilities who are licensed have a license posted in their facility, and it will show how many stars they've earned on a scale from 1 to 5. Once they meet initial requirements, they receive a temporary license and begin caring for families. At the end of that 6-month temporary license, they receive a 1 through 5-star license. 1 star means they are meeting all minimum licensure requirements and they are in good standing with our agency. This includes items such as building, fire, and sanitation requirements, health and safety requirements, staff-child ratio and group size, supervision, behavior management practices, developmentally appropriate practices, emergency medical care, record requirements, criminal background checks, and staff education, just to name a few. If they choose to meet additional requirements, what we call enhanced standards, they can earn 2 through 5 stars. And that means they have applied and they're meeting some or all of those enhanced standards. And that is in addition to the minimum requirements. Enhanced standards include things such as lower staff-child ratios for centers, enrollment practices for family child care homes, curriculum for 4-year-olds, higher education standards for staff, and completion of a program assessment. A program assessment is an observation of your child's learning environment or classroom or family child care home using a nationally recognized tool called the Environment Rating Scale. And the score that your child care provider earns on that program assessment helps determine what star level they may be eligible to earn. So this system began in North Carolina in 1999 with very few changes since it began. And so what we're talking about tonight are some proposed changes to the enhanced standards, which is how you earn the 2 through 5-star rated license. The North Carolina Child Care Commission, Dr. Sharissa Blanchard is on with us, and I see Dr. Sharon Foster has joined us as well. So welcome to you. Those are both commissioners and are part of the North Carolina Child Care Commission, which is made up of 17 members appointed by the governor, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the President pro tempore of the Senate. The members include parents, child care providers, a pediatrician, early childhood education specialists, and general citizens. And the Commission is highly committed to ensuring quality across North Carolina, and they are responsible for adopting the rules to implement the child care laws established by the North Carolina General Assembly. So in 2023, they undertook a very large project to begin updating these enhanced requirements for centers and homes that allow them to earn a higher star rating. We did speak with over 1,800 people during the first year of this project, and that included childcare operators, teachers, families, partners, and really worked to identify what challenges they were experiencing in our system. And then based on that feedback, they have been working since that time to revise the requirements with the intent of offering more choices and how to demonstrate quality care. Our current system only offers one set of requirements or pathway to earn a star-rated license, but the North Carolina Child Care Commission acknowledges through its work on these proposed changes that there are many ways to demonstrate quality care practices that result in good outcomes for children who are being served. So these new options are proposed to allow child care providers to see what best fits their type of program. And by adding these choices for providers, it also offers you more choices as a parent and how you select your child care facility and what goals you are interested in for your child and your family. The Commission is making these changes through a formal rulemaking process that is expected to be completed later this year. And so we're reaching out to you today to let you know about the public comment period because we would like your feedback. They've been working on these rules since May of 2024, and they are expected to be published on Monday, February 3rd, 2025. At that time, we'll start a 60-day public comment period that will run through April 4th. And we do have a public hearing scheduled March 26th at the Raleigh office. You can also submit things in writing if you can't attend. But the Commission wants to review everyone's feedback on these proposed rules before adopting them and they become final. They do expect to potentially make changes if needed. And then once everything is done later in 2025, we will gradually transition to this system. Now we're going to do a little overview of the actual changes. Pathways to the Stars, where quality and choice meet, is the new name of QRIS, reflecting all of the choices that will be available to childcare facilities in earning their 2 through 5 star rated license. And again, these choices are intended to allow childcare facilities to select quality practices that best fit their program, the families that they serve, and the individuals that they employ. So right now, as I mentioned just a minute ago, we have currently one pathway to earn a star rated license. In these proposed requirements, the child care providers in our state will have 3 options. And it really is what best fits their program. All child care facilities will be eligible for all 3 pathways, and all pathways include education standards and program standards, but the program standards may vary depending on the focus of the pathway. So the first pathway is about program assessment. Pathway 2 focuses on classroom and instructional quality practices. And then pathway 3 looks at national accreditation or Head Start designation. So, pathway 1, this is when a program wants to demonstrate quality through practices that are research-based and measurable through a published and assessment tool, and that is the Environment Rating Scale. This pathway is most like our current system. We've used program assessment since QRIS began in North Carolina back in 1999, and many child care centers and homes are already familiar with this process and these requirements. The environment rating scale tool that I mentioned earlier will continue to be used, but we're going to be moving to an updated version of it, which focuses on interactions between caregivers and children, which is a critical part of providing quality care. Education standards for all staff that may be employed at a facility have been revised. So there are more choices for individuals, and it includes things like credentials, college coursework, certificates, degrees, work experience, competency evaluations, and other types of professional development training. And this is meant to acknowledge the variety of ways an individual can learn the skills needed to be successful in a classroom or in a family child care home setting. Continuous quality improvement plans are new to our system, and this promotes a reflective process. So it really helps teachers and programs think about and plan for long-term quality. Family and community engagement standards are also new for our licensing system. So an emphasis on valuing, listening to, and engaging with families to build trusting relationships is critical for quality childcare. These requirements include foundational practices for communicating with families, opportunities for family participation in the program, and it offers connection to community resources. Child care providers can also choose from a variety of other activities in those standards that allow them to be responsive to the unique needs of the families that they're serving. So they can pick from a variety of things like family events, learning opportunities, family conferences, and surveys. Those are some examples of the activities and maybe something that your child care provider is already doing. Curriculum requirements and lower staff-child ratios are part of our current enhanced standards, and those remain in place for this pathway. Pathway 2 is a new pathway for our licensing system, and it allows a program to demonstrate quality through smaller groups of children, implementation of curriculum, child-focused planning, and then training and coaching for the operators and teachers to help support classroom and instructional quality. This is something that child care providers may be interested in because it's a new way to demonstrate quality practices. And it may be that program assessment doesn't work for them. That creates some stress for some providers, is what we've heard is a potential barrier. So this is a different way to demonstrate quality care practices through curriculum. The same education standards and continuous quality improvement plans and family and community engagements that I just mentioned also apply to this pathway. So we're still wanting to look at long-term quality and engaging families and communities and offering more choices for the people who work in childcare. We do combine the lowest staff-child ratios for centers and some more stringent enrollment practices for family childcare homes in this pathway. And that allows them to ensure successful implementation of the classroom and instructional practices. The third pathway allows demonstration of quality care practices and standards through external organizations. So these may be organizations that have comparable standards to our QRIS standards. And it may be that they are comparable programmatic wise or educational or both. And so as a result, the Child Care Commission has designated a star rating for each of these accreditations that you see on your screen. There are 7 approved National Early Childhood Accreditation organizations. And this is really meant to eliminate duplicative requirements for these programs and acknowledge quality that they already have in place in their program. I do want to note that the division continues to monitor these facilities for minimum licensing standards and to ensure they're in good standing with all of these organizations. So if you have more questions after tonight, and we're going to talk about some questions you may have here in a few minutes if you'd like to share, or if we have any in the chat. But as we move forward, the commission encourages your participation in this process. But you can send us questions you may have today to this email address. We cannot use this email address for public comment, but there will be a way to submit a written comment or to attend the hearing that we're having regarding these requirements. And so you can check the division's website, which I believe we're adding some links in the chat for you, and look at our website newsletter link. Also share some other resources with you to consider as you think about this. The division's website has a lot of information regarding all of these changes. So for each topic area, there's a lot more details that you can review. There's a search feature if you're interested in finding a licensed childcare center or home in your area. And there's information regarding the Child Care Commission and their work, and lots more information. There's an entire parent page that has a lot of helpful resources for you as well. And you can learn more about our partner agencies, the Child Care Resource and Referral at the website noted here, and Smart Start. They both provide valuable services in your local area. And if you have a few minutes, we would love for you to watch the Take Care documentary that really highlights the need for quality childcare in North Carolina. It's about a 20-minute video that was really well done. We'd love to share that with you. And then we'll leave you with these happy smiling faces, but we also want to take some time if you have some questions that we can answer. We would love to do that. I don't know if we have any that have been in our chat. Tony? No? Does anyone have any questions? If you do, you can raise your hand and we'll try to call on you. And this is very general, and it should not impact any childcare services that are occurring that you're currently using. It just, you may notice your childcare provider working on some new things and talking about new things, and we wanted you to be aware of it too. Any questions at all that we can help you with tonight? I don't think I see any hands up.
Welcome. We just got to thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
thank you.
You can ask any question that you want related to childcare. And you'll find a lot of resources on the page that Allison just linked. We'll put up a recording, we'll put up a copy of this recording, and we'll also put up, you'll find all of the information, very detailed briefs about what each pathway has in it, what the education requirements are, what the continuing education, continuing quality improvement plans would be, that sort of stuff.
I see a question. Do you have any info on Head Start and if that program is ending or has ended? To our knowledge, I'm not sure what that is in reference to. Potentially maybe the federal pause in funding, but as far as we know, Head Start still operates. They provide a lot of great services across North Carolina.
Thanks,
and
Tanya.
yes, and they will be part of that third pathway, potentially earning a 5-star license based on the Head Start performance they have in place.
You can see in the chat that there's someone here who from Head Start who said we have not ended.
Great.
The funding, there's a lot of legal stuff that's going on, and to be honest, we're just as in the dark as you all are. The federal government is not sharing a lot of information with us either. Federal funds may be cut. That's certainly the threat from the current administration. But as of today, I mean, it'd be very difficult to cut funding. It's in appropriations. It's already in the law. We're hopeful that it'll continue.
And certainly as we receive information, we will be sharing that information. So if you've not visited our website, I highly recommend doing that and signing up for our newsletters. You can get an email delivered to you every week that we put together that gives you all the newest, greatest, best info, and provides links to meetings like this that we may be holding in the future as we keep working on this.
Oh, PMS is back on. That's good to know.
Will there be a high quality checklist put together based off the new pathways for families to use when searching for care? We actually talked about that yesterday. We used to have a checklist available for parents who might be looking for childcare that kind of helped them talk through the process when they visited childcare facilities. And we need to update that, and that is part of our plan. So as we work to put all of these new requirements in place, our focus will definitely be on looking at those high quality items and helping parents understand what each of those pathways mean on a daily basis for their children. So that's a great suggestion. Thank you. That will be coming as we move forward with this transition. I do want to let you know that tomorrow evening we're having another session with more details that's more geared toward teachers and providers, but you are certainly welcome and encouraged to attend that as well. And then we also have stuff on the website that helps about the details. And I see a question, will there be any changes as far as staff education? Yes, there are revised education standards for all teaching positions. So we have administrators at childcare facilities and centers, family childcare home operators, lead teachers, group leaders who work with school age classrooms, and program coordinators who help plan school age programs. So there have been revisions to that to allow more choices and to acknowledge work experience and training and the skills that they do every day in their classrooms and family childcare home settings. So there are changes that we hope will benefit those who are interested in this profession. Will the minimum education still be high school or a GED to be employed in a childcare home? I'm going to tag my friend Allison Kiesler on that one.
The minimum requirements that are outlined in statute will remain the same.
Right. Any other questions we can help you with? Okay. Well, we really do appreciate you taking time out of your evening to spend with us and hear a little bit about our early care and learning network in North Carolina. It's a very big system with a lot of big responsibilities, and we are hoping that these are improvements for all the programs that are participating. Any other questions? I don't see anything else. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and end here then. And this will be recorded and we will post this online. So if you want to go back and listen to it, you can. And at that same link, you'll find lots of those detailed briefs on each thing. So if you're really interested in the qualifications of a lead teacher, you can look at a one-pager that has all of those. If you're interested in what requirements family childcare home operator has to meet, there's something on that. So there's a lot of information there that you can look through at your convenience. So again, thank you everyone for participating. We appreciate you and we'll see you soon.